There's a feeling of potential in the air, but it requires both an open mind and trust in your intuition. Welcome to Intuition Unlocked, the podcast empowering empathic women who feel misunderstood, overwhelmed, or disconnected from their intuition, begin to trust their sensitivities, find inner clarity, and show up with embodied, unstoppable confidence in their daily lives. I am your host, Olivia Ashley, an empath and intuitive, and I am so happy you're here. What if the key to your next breakthrough wasn't about finding the right opportunity, but about following your curiosity and staying consistent with your path? Right now, you're being invited to trust in the direction you're heading, even if it feels uncertain, because something is building beneath the surface. Today, we will explore what this energy means and the messages that are coming forward to guide you. Hello, and welcome to Intuition Unlocked. I'm Olivia, your intuitive guide and go-to bestie for reconnecting with your intuition and feeling empowered in your daily life week after week. Before we dive into today's intuitive messages, I want to share a quick update about these weekly episodes that come out every Sunday. Up until now, these intuitive insight episodes have been time-specific, offering guidance for the week ahead. While using time as a lens for these messages has been supportive and fun, I have felt called to shift toward a more timeless format, one that will allow you to receive the guidance whenever you need it most. The true difference is that these episodes will now be crafted as evergreen wisdom. So whether you listen on release day or months later, if you've been tuning in weekly to these episodes, this won't feel like a big shift. You'll still get your weekly insights, just without the time-stamped framing. This change will hopefully make it easier to revisit messages that resonate, and hopefully you can use it as your own space to just scroll through and select what stands out to you, and note if that's what you're being pulled to, then there's something there for you, no matter when it came out or was recorded. So to support that, the episode titles will be more descriptive, giving you a clearer idea of the theme and the messages within, so you can intuitively choose what calls to you. So the big takeaway is you will still receive these episodes weekly on Sunday, now with a format that keeps them accessible, impactful, and aligned with your journey whenever you tune in. So let's dive in to what came through today. The main message is curiosity and consistency. This is a time to let your curiosity guide you while remaining consistent with the habits, routines, and dreams that are shaping your life. There's a feeling of potential in the air, but it requires both an open mind and trust in your intuition. You've likely made some big decisions in the past year or two that have really altered your day-to-day or trajectory of your life. And while you've been navigating the ripple effects, there's also been a sense of stagnation. Like you're asking, what's next? What's the answer? How do I move forward? How is this going to come together? Well, what I get is you're moving into a preparatory phase where staying open and committed will lay the foundation for what's to come. So let's explore the specific messages supporting this energy. The first message is face the greed and selfishness. Greed and selfishness are natural parts of the human condition. Sometimes we believe we deserve more and we push forcefully to get it. But when we manifest from a space of grasping, we create limitations instead of expansion. If you're feeling discontent or impatient about something, ask yourself, where am I coming from a place of want rather than trust? What is truly blocking me from receiving? By shifting from contraction to expansion, by acting from a place of generosity, trust, and knowing versus greed and selfishness, you align yourself with the flow of abundance and more easily attract what is truly and authentically yours. So a practice you could do to support this is spend a few moments journaling about where in your life you feel grasping energy. And then how can you release control over that space and shift it into a state of trust? The second message is the light at the end of the tunnel. Again, there's this sense you've been in a period of deep unraveling, whether emotionally, spiritually, or physically. There's been some big moments that you've been moving through, but relief is on its way. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. I can see it. You are still in the tunnel, and yet there is a light shining forward. You can see the out and something is coming, even if you don't know what's on that other side once you cross that threshold. That will come. Right now, it's the knowing and the trust that there is a rainbow after the rain. So at this moment, knowing that, you are asked to trust that the purpose of this period you've been moving through, what's gone on while you've been in this tunnel, has happened to prepare you for something different. It feels more authentic, feels more aligned with you. I hesitate to use the word greater or bigger, but there is a small sense of an up level, of a next step in the grand staircase of your life. If you can imagine, we are often moving up or down or sideways on this staircase, this spiralic staircase that is a culmination of our life's journey in this body. So this is a moment of momentum, a push to remind you there is an end of sorts in sight, and clarity will arrive soon around what that looks like and then what's on the other side of that. A practice that you could do if this feels good is each morning set the intention to notice even the smallest signs of light in your life. Whether it's via gratitude or pulling a card and just getting a message, or taking a moment to drink your warm tea and looking out your window. Notice a bird, the stars, the clouds moving by, and remember that you set how you feel each moment and you are in charge. Message number 3, the strength of water. Water is really front and center at this time and moment in your life and collectively. Water is both soft yet powerful. It adapts to its environment, yet has the strength to carve through rock. This is your reminder to be flexible while also recognizing your inner strength. Where in your life is there resistance to flow? Are you clinging to a rock in the middle of the river, and are you nervous about letting that go into the unknown, into the river, and downstream? Is there a rigidity that's happening, maybe around a belief, a habit, or expectation? The key here is to trust that by flowing with life, rather than forcing yourself against it or clinging to where you are, is knowing that you will find the path of least resistance and the greatest transformation when you jump into that current, when you step into that wave and you move with where it's taking you and where you would like to guide yourself. You are not just thrown into the river and out to struggle. You have resources, you have tools, you know how to swim. And so you get to swim in this water, navigate the waters. At times it's choppier, at times it's uncertain, or you don't see what's around the bend, and yet trust that it's not here to harm you or come up against you, even when you're facing something really difficult or a challenge. Can you find a sense of surrendering or acceptance and listen to the wisdom of water? There's also a sense you may feel a bit more emotionally vulnerable or heightened emotions, or even swinging through emotions. Allow them to ebb and flow. Face them as they come up, and remember emotions are sharing things with us, but we don't have to cling to them. Notice what might be under the surface of that emotion. Express, release it, move it out, move your body, hit a pillow, go for a run, a walk, do some dance, write about it, talk about it, and then let it go once you feel like you've reached the culmination of the end of that. So the big thing here is do not cling or let yourself get stuck in the bigness of life. Lean into the strength and the wisdom of water. A way you can do this is by taking a moment in your day to meditate on water, set an intention into your water, and or visualize yourself moving effortlessly through the currents of life and where you're at. You can also put a cup of water on an altar. You can offer water to the earth with a prayer, with an intention. You can do moon water, setting it out with the new or the full moon and drinking it in the morning after it's been bathed in that moon. There's so much variety with what you can do here with water. The last message, message number 4, is trust in the signs and follow them. The universe is speaking to you more than ever. through numbers, songs, feathers, books, dreams. And these signs are not coincidences. They are clues meant to guide you. When you notice them, pause. Usually they stand out. It's not just like your day to day, you walk in a room and, like all your things are there and it's the same old, same old. It's a moment of, I see that, or that felt a little different. An example I can give is I went to a hot yoga class this morning for the first time in over a month. And the last time I went, within a few days, I was deeply sick with the flu and I was really nervous. I felt like I could do it. I've been nourishing, being so slow, and I wanted to go. But I walked in that class, I found my spot in a corner where I couldn't even see myself in the mirror. Like I knew I was going into this with just be in my body and do what I can offer. And as soon as I did my first down dog, I saw a feather in the middle of my yoga mat, which who knows where that came from. But the fact that there was a big feather, like I wasn't wearing anything with feathers. It was my rolled up yoga mat. We're in a yoga studio. I just immediately knew it was a message of you made the right choice, trust in your body, you're learning a new relationship with your body, and it just brought me a lot of peace. So that's one example, yet just take note. Open that awareness. Maybe ask for a sign, ask spirit, your guides, your highest self to start coming forward. And let me tell you, they are there. I can see them around you. I can see them on the other side of the veil. And just like, yes, I am ready to talk to you. I am so excited to help you. Use me. Ask me for help. Put something in my lap to help you with. And you're going to hear them. That was something that came through, I believe, in the 2025 messages episode, which was number 68, was the signs and the support is about to take another level this year. They're getting closer. Your guides, your ancestors, the interdimensional beings, the animals, nature, your highest self, angels, whatever you connect to or maybe interested in, just notice. Notice when something comes into your space and you get that gut nudge. It's going to come into your intuition. You're going to sense it. It's going to feel a little bit different. And when you get a sign, notice what were you thinking about in that moment? What emotions were present? There's always something they're affirming or showing you. It comes for a reason. Just like on my yoga mat, that feather was there to affirm I was going to be okay. I made the right choice. My body was ready for this. So as your intuition continues to come more online, spirit and the other side is drawing closer and offering wisdom and encouragement. But it's up to you if you welcome it in. A practice you could do to support this is set an intention to notice throughout your day and then journal or put in your phone, have a little note titled synchronicities that you write it down and you note what happened. What did that mean to you? What was it? And then you can reflect on how and what you're receiving week after week and what they're around, and it will help give you guidance around your messages. So overall, to navigate this time, embrace both curiosity and consistency. Follow the sparks of interest, but also remain steady in your commitments. Your path is unfolding, and by trusting yourself, staying open, flowing with life, noticing the signs, you are moving towards something beautiful because that is your intention. If you found your way here, that is the frequency I am holding in my own intention. And so trust in these messages, trust in your own knowing and your own life. If this episode resonated with you, don't forget to follow the podcast so you never miss these episodes. And if you know a friend who could use these messages, send this episode their way. It might be exactly what they needed to hear today, and that could be their synchronicity or sign. Until next time, trust in yourself and stay open to what's unfolding. Thank you for joining me on Intuition Unlocked. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of insight, guidance, or intuitive inspiration. To dive deeper into our community and get access to exclusive content, head to my website at www.olivia-ashley.com and subscribe to my newsletter. You can also connect with me on Instagram at wildlyolivia for daily inspiration and updates. Remember, your intuition is your superpower. Trust it, nurture it, and let it guide you. Until next time, I'm Olivia Ashley, and I can't wait to connect with you again.